sailed it from Northumberland, and I really enjoyed that. I need to clarify my statement about speed dating. I have never been to a speed dating event. I don't intend to go. I've been married for 35 years and I've got 2 kiddies and the rest of it. So it was one of those comments. Pardon?
Didn't you say what aspect was the best?
Yeah, well, there is an aspect that is growing on me actually. Yeah, that's right. So it's entirely. So I remember a school report. It said Mike's first thoughts are seldom his best, and I think that was one of those comments where actually I reflected. I wish I hadn't made it. So look, my name's Mike Hopkins. I'm coming up to 58 years of age, and I'm in my 35th year as a further education college worker. I'm a teacher by profession, and I was asked today after. It was amazing actually, because I did a speech a week last Friday to a business breakfast held by the college, and despite that I was asked to come and speak today. So that was very kind, but I'm rather put off because there are 2 or 3 or 4 people here who were at that event a week last Friday. But I did, and I was asked to speak about what my role is at Sussex Downs College. And I've got this fancy title, Principal / Chief Executive. And if I may say also, Penny there, Project Search, on which Penny works, is a project focused on young autistic people who work in the hospital, in the Eastbourne Hospital, who at the end of the project get full-time work, paid, taxable, national insured, full-time work. I have never seen, and I've seen a lot of projects from FE colleges because they're about second chances, etc. I have never seen a project of that type with such great success rates for people who... And if Penny were from Bexhill, or if she were from Basvic or Brighton College and I'd witnessed that, I'd be saying the same. I'm not saying it because it's a Sussex Downs College project. It's fantastic. Really moving. So I've been in for 35 years and I've got this fancy title, Principal Chief Executive. So what is that? Well, you've turned away. I was going to ask you what is it, because we have eye contact. And so the principal bit of me is the... Pardon?
Important.
Well, I don't know about that, but the principal bit sort of is the historic acknowledgement that, in technical terms, I'm a senior professional teacher. I'm the oldest, as it were, though there are older than me, but, you know, I'm the senior professional on the academic side. Not that I'm academic, I'm a teacher of skills, teacher of people, not a subject. And it is recognition that, you know, historically, people who headed up colleges became known as principals. But 22 years ago now, colleges were incorporated. They had belonged, as it were, to local authorities. So principals ran the academic side, but if they had a staffing issue, they ran county hall and HR spoke to them, etc. We are now businesses. We're charities. That's our technical status, but we're businesses. We can do very well, we can go bust. So the addition to the moniker was Chief Executive, made 22 years ago, and that means, if you like, I'm the senior business person in there as well, running a business. Our business is education and training, but I'm running a business. And our business is about 32.5 million this year. It comprises of 900 staff on a payroll, 650 full-time equivalent staff, about 10,000 students, so let's categorise those, about 4,000 to 1680 students. Some are in sixth form studies doing A-level, some are in directly vocational studies. In every vocational area you can imagine: business, motor vehicle, engineering, construction, health, creative arts. You know, creative arts generates £150 billion a year for the British economy. So it's not some effete, slightly on the edge activity. It's really, really important to the British economy. So Sussex Downs College absolutely has that range of vocational background. And colleges, their history rests in serving business communities. At Sussex Downs College, the best I can do at the moment, the best history I can see is that Sussex Downs College, because remember it has a site at Lewes, has a site here at Eastbourne, has a site in New Haven. Best I can do is in 1827, the Mechanics Institute was set up in Lewes. And through various, developments, mergers, etc., the Mechanics Institute, if you like, helped create what we now know as Sussex Downs College. And Mechanics Institutes were very much there. They were self-help organisations created by workers to educate themselves. To educate themselves so that they could be more productive in the economy and actually live a better human life, as it were, outside of work. So college's roots are absolutely in the economy. And colleges have been very, very successful and diversified, but in that very success, perhaps, historically, they've taken their eye off that core centrality theme, the economy. Sorry. And it seems to me that every young person and every adult person in the college actually wants to live a happy and prosperous life. Prosperous in the widest possible sense, in the human sense as well as the material sense. And actually, what the college is about is giving them the skills which are relevant to your needs, to your business needs, so that the college is absolutely at the heart of the supply chain, providing skilled people who can add value to your businesses such that you can pay them a salary, such that they can live that happy, prosperous life. That's the deal, it seems to me. So for 16, 18-year-olds, it seems to me that there are 3 tracks to that happy, prosperous life, essentially. One is via higher education. And post-war, that became, quite a preferred route. And it's still a great route. Albeit, I was saying earlier, I went to university in 1976, I was on a full grant, I was paid for 3 years. It's fantastic. I was able to get an album every week, I would see the Sex Pistols and the Clash, and the taxpayer was paying for me to do it. It's absolutely magnificent. I enjoyed my studies as well, so I did work quite hard, but it didn't feel like work. It was great. It was real fun. And then I went out to work, and here I still am. So HE is one route, albeit now the funding is altered, etc. The second route is directly into employment for an 18-year-old, but that is becoming a little bit more difficult, even for 18-year-olds. So the third route is apprenticeships, or are apprenticeships. And apprenticeships are really important. They're really important opportunities for businesses, in my opinion, and they're really important opportunities for not just young people, because there are 24-plus apprenticeships, but they're all routes into employment. And if the college is really to honour its, what I'll call students and trainees and apprentices, it has to ensure that its offer is absolutely focused. Its absolute line of sight is on the current business needs in the economy and what it foresees as business needs to come. Because if it equips people with skills which are already redundant or likely to become redundant, it's actually not honouring those people. So my job is to work with people like yourself, to listen hard, to take the college into the business community, to have the business community inform the college, so that we are really, really doing our very best to meet your needs. And I think colleges, and Sussex Downs, I include that, has done that to a greater or lesser degree. I want Sussex Downs College to grow. And I want it to grow based on quality and reputation. I don't want to sell something which is broken. I don't want to do that because it's not the right thing to do. And actually it's not the business case either. Because I might be able to, get something through you and sell you a programme and all that sort of stuff, and you're not happy with it. And Christine, who's very influential in the town and the area, if she gets an experience that is not what she expected, she will mention it to people and she will talk with her families and friends and the rest of it. So what we are about is growth based on quality and reputation, and punching our weight. And to be honest, in the last number of years, we haven't punched our weight as a college. And I think one of the reasons I was brought down is the governor's sense that I had a bit of energy left still, a bit of commitment, a bit of track record, and I wanted to apply that to what I've said to the staff is my last gig. Not because I want it to be my last gig, but time catches up, and I do still have this. I'm still denying speed dating, probably too often now. He's going to London. I've got my family. Pardon, Christine? Yes, I know.
He thinks you does protest too much.
Yeah, exactly. It's when I walk through the reception. Morning, sir. How are you? And the rest of it. So
I do it here.
So it is my last gig, and I've said to colleagues, were you at that meeting, Penny? Yeah, I've said to colleagues, look, I've not come 350 miles to manage decline. We're going to be great, and we're going to be great based on quality and reputation. And my promise is to do that, but my real promise is to try my best. And my real promise to you is to try my best by the business community. Because we do serve a number of communities, you know, a student community, a business community, and to me it seems to overlap. So whether it's specifically a business course or whether it's, a student doing physics, chemistry and mathematics, we want, even if it's a thing, we want employment, employability, enterprise and entrepreneurship to be a golden thread running through every curriculum. You know, and it might be a wide golden thread, and it might be a thin golden thread, depending on the immediate aspirations and expectations of those students and trainees. That's what Penny, just say a minute what you do with Project Search. Just a minute. Shut up.
I've seen a few faces here before, but Project Search gets young people with learning disabilities into employment. They spend a year with me and my very small team, and we work with them in the hospital, giving them transferable skills that we hope at the end of the year they'll be able to go out and find themselves a job, whether that's in the NHS, whether that's in a garage, whether that's finding a little bit more work for them if they want to do some volunteering, if they want to work in a hotel. I know that the Hydro has taken some of our young people before. Right. And I'm here so that I can make links and see if anybody wants to come and meet our young people and tell them what they do and how it is that you earn a living and how you got into the profession that you are, because I want them to have realistic expectations of what everybody in the local community does. So.
That's fantastic. That's not choreographed. I didn't know Penny was going to be here, and she's able to talk with that authority and directness because that's what she does, and that's fantastic. So look, I think I'm coming to the end. I hope I've given you an overview. Penny, is there something really critical I've missed, do you think, as an employee of the college?
Just that your passion and your commitment to the college and how much it's changed since you've been just in post. So.
It's your bonus, all right now.
But you did hear Penny talk about her small team, so I think there is a request in that compliment. So I just want to leave you with a couple of...
here, Mike.
Pardon? Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's very kind. We've had a lot of research done in the autumn term on the college. We really want to understand who we are, what we were, where we want to be. And one piece of research that we had done was a company called MC, and they're American-based, Canadian-based, and they're an economic modelling company, and they do an analysis of the net worth that colleges, businesses add to their community. And I haven't got the methodology with me, I haven't brought it. I'm going to give you a couple of numbers, and you can either trust the numbers or not, etc. But for every £1 invested by the state and by themselves in a student, because adults pay for their own, to an extent, pay for their own education, the net return on that £1 investment over a lifetime is £4.71. £4.71. And the college itself, the wider beyond the student, in terms of the tax they pay as opposed to the social security they might take, in terms of lower crime, because there's a correlation between higher education and lower crime, health, correlation there, that the net worth that's added by £1 by the college is £6.71. And it's about 16,400 and something. In terms of all that additional activity, all the value added by education, the college adds some 16,400 jobs to Sussex a year because of that additional education, etc., etc. Now, it is a really very complicated statistical. My friend here did statistics at university, so he can read the report sometime because there's all these little symbols in there about the statistics. But what I'm suggesting there is not just because it's a nice thing to do, but colleges, if they're doing the job, really do add value. And they add value by listening to their business communities. So I'm really grateful for that, really grateful indeed, and I apologise that I have to leave so quickly, but as I say, as it was said, I've got the chair at 8:30 and I work on the basis you're only late for a chair once. I haven't been yet. So thank you very much indeed for your time.